All right. Well, this is the fucking IOHL Degenerates podcast.
Yeah, boy.
I'm uh I'm GlizzyGoblin. This is fucking Bergi. What's going on, Bergs?
Drinking beer, packing lips, taking dabs, and talking shit about the league.
God, this fucking league. There has been some events this week, huh?
Oh my god. Started it off with Kong.
Oh boy. All right, yeah. So first topic of the day. Man, does that guy have a fragile fucking ego? Like, holy.
Somebody said like there was more to it or something like before something happened before or something like that. And it's like the trade that you made was fucking great. Like there's no two ways about it. Like you can just look at it. No, that's a bad trade.
Kid
Like,
literally emptied out his fucking pockets and said, "Here, will you take this for Schlarky?"
I mean, I don't want to rip on uh, the auto owner too bad, but it's like, what the fuck? Like, what an idiot to even
Yeah,
take.
that's like fucking a blind guy walking into a car dealership and asking for a Lamborghini and he's at a fucking Buick dealership. Like, it's like dog, you gotta come in there with some knowledge or some assistance because that's just not going well.
I mean, I offered him. I mean, now that it's a moot point, I offered him a 4-for-1. I offered him a 5-for-1,
Yeah, that's ballsy. I didn't want
and
to do a 1-for-1.
and he took that, and he took the what was it like a 3-for-2,
Yeah, he got
and
like
it's
TFA and Schlarky, who TFA is not a bad defenseman either, and then gave up like dog shit. I think the best player in the trade was probably fucking Camp and Cricket, but Cricket's not even a forward that often. He's a
yeah.
defenseman.
I only know him as a D-man. Like I've seen him play forward before, and he's not bad, but he's.
It's just like
I would
what the fuck?
I wouldn't take him for Schlarky.
No.
Like the fuck. But still, like what you did was trade. You knew there's a trade council.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
fuck.
And then you're coming back and you're like, oh well, it's not just that. It was position lock, and I'm really upset with staff. And it's like, Kong, you're the same guy who wanted to got so mad at the league one time, you just dropped fucking the F bomb in the fucking chat for 20 straight minutes until somebody banned you. Like, I don't think you get these discrepancies, bud. Like, you just gotta roll.
And then follow that his GM Pizza Roma bit,
Oh, like
and then
losing
the whole
losing Kong's tough, but like Pizza Romo just that just fucking that nukes your team. You're done.
Mhm.
Now Langtot's just sitting there with his dick in his hands, just wondering what the fuck happened. Now I'm stuck with Walshy.
I'm surprised
Christ.
there. I thought he would be gone with the other dudes.
Oh, either that or a trade request immediately.
Yeah, but I mean, if I'm any of the other people, right? Like, say I'm not one of their buddies and I'm drafted by the I see Walshy and CNF come in over. I'm like, all right, well, at least it's confidence.
That's
You
it's being generous.
I mean, it could be worse.
Well, competency with Walshy is it's a sensitive word because there's one time in the international tournament he took me like fucking first round and he's like, who should we take in the second? Bergie, and I almost slapped the shit out of him. What a stupid decision. What a stupid idea. How does that ever cross into your mind taking fucking Bergie second round?
Well, I mean, what's it? Fucking Speedy took Golden Aces first.
That was ballsy. And
I
Golden
think.
Aces, shout out you, Aces. You're a stud. Even though your fucking streams and your black tank top that fucking hangs down to your nipples kind of throws me off. Also slightly arousing, but that's a different point for a different day. But no fucking way should you have ever gone first round. At the same time, no fucking way should I ever go first round. I'm a second line beater at best. We all know it. I got absolutely torched by fucking Phantom in the main chat. I thought I was gonna get some moral support from the boys, and here comes Tibby AG and everybody to just stomp on my fucking skull while I'm down. It's tough out here in the main chat for GlizzyGoblin. Just get no respect.
I hate a little bit of love. Hate.
Yeah, it's it's the guy everybody loves to hate. All right. So yeah, so that happened. That was a good start to the season. And we saw Schlarky just get fucking shot out of a cannon into the ban zone.
Which
Bevets came fucking flying in like Thor with his ban hammer and just had shot Schlarky down immediately.
I mean, what he did wasn't even like bannable, in my opinion.
Yeah,
He
I mean,
really say anything or do anything ban worthy. I mean, with its track record, I mean, like piling it up, yeah, maybe. But I mean, like in that time, like there was nothing, in my opinion, that he did that was like, okay, that's a ban.
yeah, I mean, like, I get where they're coming from. Where like some guys have just been cunts in this league for multiple seasons. You look back at like the Spins and all those fucking guys. Love Spin, that fucking froggy fuck. But yeah, I mean, I get the fact that guys have just been cunts. But like, I think if you're gonna make that example, maybe wait for like a little bit more of a standout procedure. Like Schlarky just begging in the main chat for trades. Like I've done that multiple times. Actually, every time I've been on Walshy's team. Sorry, Walshy. Gonna take shots all night at you.
You fuck Walshy.
Eat a dick, Walsh.
No apologize to Walsh. He doesn't need apology.
Yeah. Hope Walshy got this far into the podcast while his wife asking him to lick her clit for a few minutes.
God.
I might have to edit that one out. That was kind of harsh.
Bro.
Oh, I need to stick to a script because if I just start slewing shit like I'm in a party chat, it's gonna get dangerous.
Oh my God. They won't let us post it.
I mean, they gave us media tags and that shit's gone immediately.
Kraken's gonna watch this shit and just be like, nope. It's a no-go.
Soup's like, why did I even tell them how to edit videos? There's no fucking way you can edit this.
So, all right. So the next one, fucking
God.
passage Schlarky, which, it is what it is, Fuck it. It's unfortunate to see another great player banned, as that seems to be the trend. If you're a great player, it's inevitable that you'll be banned at some point in this league.
Makes sense why I'm still here.
What, we've been here like 8 seasons?
Dude, we're two of the worst motherfuckers in the main chat.
Oh, why do you
skate by
now, dude? It's like I don't want to have the embarrassment of being like the D-man that goes in the 12th round.
Dude, can't be me.
But Winnipeg's Burke.
Oh boy.
Fucking Sando.
Oh.
I mean, who the fuck? Who goes Sando, dude?
Dude, and that's the thing is like, and I thought about taking Burke. Like, Burke was high on my list of guys that I was looking at because like I had never played with him, but I'd only heard like good things. But I did hear that he was kind of an ego. I mean, all the NHL guys are. I got to deal with AG on a fucking daily basis. That gives me a headache.
Yeah.
But like to anybody, like if it happened to me, understandable. I fucking suck, no doubt. But Sando is probably, in my opinion, top 5 biggest beauties in the league. Like you can't hate the guy. He's good on the sticks, likable guy, not a complete cunt. Until I invite him to play with shitters at 3 a.m.
I mean, his attitude definitely boosts him up way higher.
And he's a smart guy. He knows how to, like, he obviously built a good fucking team,
I mean,
especially with losing Burke.
You went out there 9-1, like.
Yeah, right, with your number 1 pick out. Oh man, but yeah, I
But
mean, like, I don't get ego in guys. Like, I get playing a week and fucking hating it and wanting to trade. Like, fair, fair as fuck. I played on Columbus 2 seasons ago for fame, and God, did that kid build a shit roster. Literally, it was me and Semp just grinding on a daily basis, putting up more points than the forwards did. But like, you just, I don't get the fucking ideas to ego.
you're
Like,
from
what'd you say?
that's where fourth forward trap comes from.
Oh, baby. Ready to buzz on a nightly basis. Doesn't matter if we lose by 7, as long as I got 2 apples in the fucking scorecards.
As long as I got points, we're good, baby.
Plus minus looks like dog shit, but you can't get a negative if you're constantly on the penalty kill. So as long as the boys are constantly just tripping up, we're safe.
So, so I don't have it in the write up as it happened like pretty last minute. I actually got the notification while I was driving that Colorado folds.
Oh, yeah. And let me just lead off with this that I fucking was personally DMing those kids to make sure that they didn't fuck up the late sign up draft. Like I was trying to do my nice kind of partially selfish move of making sure that they got the best guys so that you and well more so that cunt wagon Maltese didn't get any fucking top tier talent because fuck that guy entirely. And
And
I know you're watching Maltese and you can go fuck yourself. You're getting on the podcast week 9.
contrary to popular belief, it wasn't a tank. It was just
No, you guys just sucked.
like I don't know what the fuck happened.
I was in the internal messages. I know. I saw the traumatic, you know, the marriage was on the ropes there for a little bit. You guys were seeking marriage counseling. It was looking dark.
Yep, we're still in a rough place.
Oh yeah. I mean let's just branch off real quick. Big trade for you guys.
Oh,
Shipping Azkika and Clutch out for who is it? Summer 18 and
baby, go.
uh Baby Goat. Both
Oh,
good
I have it
players.
here. Hold on.
And there was
It's
another player in there, but
the
Crafty, I think, for somebody
the
else.
Krusty Krab for
Yeah,
baby
Krusty Krab, that's it.
summer 18 and wannabe Cali. So give me your thoughts on the trade before I.
I mean, to be honest, fair trade. I didn't hate it. Summer 18 and Baby Goat are both pretty fucking solid forwards. Um, I've never played with Summer 18. I've played like a club game or two with Baby Goat, and he was good. And then like obviously Azkick is a stud. Uh, Clutch is a stud. Kind of a cunt, but still a stud.
I, from my experience,
No, Clutch is a good guy. He just comes off as a cunt if you
he's a.
don't know him.
I mean, usually your issue with the big names is they're gonna tell you, yeah, I can play this day, I can play this day, I can play this day, and then they'll just ghost.
Yeah.
Like it happened to me last season, all season, really, with what's his name, Picard.
Yeah.
Yep, I can play, and then he just no show. There was one day Picard told me in Falcon, he goes, yeah, I'm sick, I'm really sick, like I'm in bed, and Peter goes, like if you go on the Xbox app on your phone, you can just, it shows you if somebody's like appearing off on, it shows you who's in the party. I was like, oh no.
Oh.
So he goes, yeah. So Picard's in the party with all his esports buddies playing sixes,
Tough.
like, looking for a TC, and we're just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Imagine Big Bergie getting egoed. You hate to see it.
But
My
with Clutch,
players just
it was
my players
very
just straight up tell me that they don't want to fucking play for me.
like with Clutch, he told me like this whole week, like I'm away, I'm out of town, I have work, like I won't be here. My bad. Sorry. I was like, all right. And then he ended up 3 nights this week showing up. Hey man, play if you need me. Hey, man, I can play if you need me. And it's like, it's literally like, it's like the problem you want to have.
Yeah, like no, I've had the same thing where like I drafted Shemko, who you had last season,
Great
and
dude.
great dude. Like yeah, I mean like from what I had heard pre-draft, people were like, oh yeah, he's kind of toxic. Kid's been nothing but just fucking nice, man. It's like rattling,
Oh my God.
rattling how nice of a kid he is, and he's disgusting on the stick.
All last season, dude. Let's get these wins. Let's get the sweep.
Yeah,
Let's get the cup. Like, just,
constantly in my DMs being like, yo, this guy's a good player. If you want to look at him, he's just yeah,
dude,
positive fucking mindsets, Bergie. Positive.
that wins.
Positivity wins games.
That
Salute,
kid.
salute Golden Aces for putting me and Bergie on that fucking mindset because it's true. Positive mindsets win hockey games.
That's facts.
You can have all the talent in the world. You can be AG and be super negative every night and just be like, wow, GlizzyGoblin sucks dick. I got to carry him. But I come in with my positive attitude and we win games. And I motivate him with my positivity to score more goals.
Well, while we're on that positive attitude subject,
Oh,
with
fuck. I don't like where this is going.
the Colorado Avalanche, since the draft, who do I have on my roster that I don't fucking want that carries your 2 first picks? I have Kodenov. He's carried. He has carried those 2.
You want to know what the worst part about that is that I just got off fucking Xbox playing sixes. Comet Stick Boy invites me. Come play forward. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be really fun. Last game we play, Kodenov, right wing, Camp, left wing, we get fucking dusted.
No surprise.
I'm pretty sure the goalie I was playing with had his precision stick on. He touches his left stick, motherfucker ended up on the bench. I was like, I'm losing. I was like, I can't. I have such a fragile ego as it is to fucking play in this league and get berated. But to lose to Kodenov, come on. I cannot stand my life.
And more on fucking comp ed that I just remembered. Bro, I had him on TC last season for literally just TC, like trying to give him away for free because, hey, he messaged, hey, I want playing time, like, and he literally he quit. I don't know if you remember, he quit the league.
Yeah.
And then he came back and like messaged staff and like, hey, I want to come back, and like staff messaged me and said, hey, like, we'll let him back if you'll let him back. Basically, it was like the gist of it. And I was like, yeah, it's like whatever. And like it took work for me to like trade him.
Yeah.
Like literally, like it took. And he was in that Schlarky. Like, I'm still upset about it.
And I feel that like Camp's a great guy. If you're watching this camp, you're a great guy, but holy fuck, you could maybe use some bionic thumbs.
What do you do? He messaged me because we had him play center, and he goes, "Yeah, I don't really play center anymore. I really just play threes now. And when I play threes, I really just feel." And I was just, I was like,
that's the number one thing you never want to fucking hear as an owner is like, yeah, I just play threes. All right, you can play bench. That's what you can play.
I play threes now, dude.
The best part is that he says he doesn't play center and then says he plays threes as if like threes was a fucking position. Like I'm just out there. I just do it. It's just my God.
Threes player, bro.
Motherfuckers playing goalie skating up, taking wrist shots. Like what the fuck?
Where are you in the slot? Hey man,
no, dude, I'm a threes player. Hey, you know when you're playing defense, you're supposed to cover the no, freeze player. I don't do that. You got to rotate.
Dude,
Next
people ask
man up.
threes all the time, and I'll go and like sometimes I'll go and play, and it's just like I was so fucking lost the
Oh,
whole
dude,
time.
the only times I go and play it is if I see D-Vets alone in a party at like 1 in the morning. I'm like, we're fucking playing threes.
Bro, the squad is me, Falcon, and Senior Wheat, threes eliminator. Come find us.
Dude, me and fucking Hufu will dog fuck your team daily. Me
That's a
and
cheat.
Hufu, me
You
and Hu.
can't you can't just draft Hufu onto your team like that. It's like that's like me being like, oh yeah, I got fucking Ronaldinho and fucking Cristiano Ronaldo on my team.
Oh,
It's
all
fucking
right. Well, it's not my fault, Bergie. You suck dick that nobody wants to play with you, and I just draw elite talent with my charisma, charisma. I don't know how to speak. We're a
right.
few two beers in. Podcast only like 30
I
minutes in.
quit today. He goes, good. Clear up the cap space.
Christ. No, that was just fucking like when I first started the club. I just hit up Hufu. I was like, "You want to play some threes a lim with me?" We played like 3 nights in a row. We didn't lose a fucking game.
Well, I mean that's common to not lose a game in three is a limb.
Well,
I'm
also, I shouldn't say we. It was pretty much just Hufu scoring most of the goals
yeah.
or
I,
feeding me for breakaways, which I even me with my talent level, I can't really miss in fucking threes a lim because the goalie has the talent level of you in that.
I mean I still miss. I'm a big post guy.
We loaded into the game against you. Was it Wednesday night after we just got dog stomped by fucking Pittsburgh, and they're like Wheat's like, yeah, they told me their lineup like it's gonna be Clutch, Bergie, Maltese, and he's just like, just attack Bergie. He fucking sucks. And I was like, yeah, he does. Then we see you on right wing, and we're like, oh yeah, we're winning this game. If we lose this game, that's ridiculous. And then fucking Kenbo suicides me at the blue line for you to just strip me. And he's like, he didn't bite. I thought he was gonna bite onto me. And I was just like, Berkey is waiting for the absolute one opportunity of the game he gets to fucking take the puck away from me and drive down the ice like a fucking Ford Mustang.
I shit you not. I shit you not. Going into that game, because we had just said we're going to do a podcast, and I was like, dude, I need something. I need to flip something on trap. If I'm on right wing and he's on left D, I need something clipped.
Dude, I told Kembo, he's like, I can't believe he didn't chase me. And I was just like, dude, Bergie was single-handedly knows that that puck is coming back to me, and he will sell his team out to fucking try and embarrass me one time in the game. He can lose 7-1, but if he gets that one goal by stripping me, he'll jerk off for 2 nights in a row off of it.
I mean, I even scored. I handed it off to Clutch
Well,
too.
yeah, well, you suck, so it's not a surprise that you fucking did that. Sell out.
Give it to the guy that's in front, bro. Come on.
Oh my god, another beer. Let's go. We're on fucking crushing these right now.
All right, so let's
Next
go.
topic. Yeah, we gotta move on.
Grades.
We had a structure and it's completely broken down immediately. Not even third. I don't even know how far we are into this because this doesn't have a timer for the record. So we're just fucking winging it.
We're really not that far into it. I gotta be really honest. We're the little bar that goes down your page. I'm probably like 15%. All right, so
We haven't even touched on standings. God, we're really bad at this. This was a good idea.
I went through the trades channel, right, and
Oh yeah, here, let me go to that. I'll look at it with you.
picked out the ones that were notable. Any like TC trades or like anything that I didn't really know the players or like I didn't think it really mattered.
Yeah.
I just I left it out. But first one would be Seattle and Ottawa, which we've really already talked about, which is
Yeah.
Cricket, Compe, too skilled for games who's a TC, smoke out TC for CNS slap shot, my favorite flyer.
Now, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Were you finish it down? Um, I actually like that trade for Walshy. And, we already touched on it. Walshy and CNS take over that team. And, for all the shit I'll give Walshy, like, he's a good guy. He knows how to, rebuild a team on the fly, although make some questionable decisions. But he battles through a season. And then CNS is just a fucking degenerate. But
Gonna be on the pod.
oh, he's definitely gonna be on the pod. Like you can't leave off CNS off the pod because there's not one fucking night I go by playing NHL where I get a fucking Here, this one's for you, CNS. Guy sends me a Snapchat fucking shirtless with his titties flapping around. I'm pretty sure I see the beads of sweat dripping, and he's fucking just see one, send one. Fucking degen, but I like that trade for them. Fucking cricket, camp, too skilled for games, smoke out. You get CNS, you get Slapshot. Slapshot, if anybody doesn't know, CNS's brother, actually really great guy. Way better guy than CNS. I much like talking to him than CNS any day of the week. But you also got Liar, which, sorry, Liar, I absolutely spanked the dog piss out of him. We had like 6 goals on 7 shots on him. But like, another great guy. He's a good goalie, just had a bad night, but yeah.
I mean, the way I see this trade, the way I look at trades is most times, I'm going to say like 85% of the time, when I see a TC and a trade, I just disregard it 100%.
Yep.
Most of the times, I mean, that's no offense to TCs, but it's just like, what you're looking for is the roster talent.
Well, you're right. There's very few fucking times that there's a quality TC on a team, unless you know how to find a guy that like fell through the ranks.
Yeah, at least. I mean, LG. That's a different.
Yeah.
So the way I saw this trade was Cricket and Compe for CNS Slapshot and my favorite liar. That's the way that I see it.
Yep.
And Seattle just won this trade flat out.
Yeah. Easy win. And that's no offense to Cricket or Camp, but like you get 2 solid defensemen, you get a good goalie.
In a league where defense is shallow as fuck. I mean,
especially on that team where they didn't have anybody to begin with.
In a league where me and you are considered above average, it's a
fucking facts on that one.
Fucking league.
Yeah, I mean,
you're getting 2 above average D-men
yep.
for 2 middle of the road in a fucking league that's saturated in forwards.
Yeah.
I mean, Seattle flat out just wins this fucking trade.
Yeah, and I mean, you're right. Like, that's why, honestly, the best way to go, like, when you're doing management groups and, like, ownership groups, like, I loved what Toronto did with getting Cavi and Jobo. Like, you lock up a number 1 D pair. Now you only have to focus on maybe grabbing an average guy or above average guy and an average guy to play your second pair and play yourself 6 nights a week and just fucking.
I mean, no bullshit. I saw when I saw that they took a team when they were doing the owner announcements. I saw that they took a team, and I was just like, why didn't I fucking think of that? like, why the fuck am I taking a team with Falcon, who's a center, when I could take a team with, like, I don't know, I didn't say you, but like I could take a team with and we could have a defense lined up right there. Boom.
But fucking, I didn't even crack Berkey's list. That's a fucking ego check and a half. But no, like I think that's essentially why, like, even Moss picked me was like he knew. I mean, definitely could have picked a better defenseman, but I have my days. I definitely excel against the IOHL talent level. Uh,
Oh,
but like, yeah, no, like it just you have to take a defenseman. Like if you take a goalie as management, like no, like Ace is different story. He's owning, so like it makes sense. Like he wants to own. He's a goalie. Fine. If you
well,
take a GM as a
I
goalie,
mean,
yeah. Well, you're also taking he's a really good goalie. But if you take like a GM as a goalie, that's like me going out and asking fucking All-Star Bear to be my GM. First of all, All-Star Bear, fucking dickhead. Great goalie. No, I'm fucking, I'm getting around. I'd had to insult him on the podcast at least once. He's a
did
fucking reality check.
puppy head tilt right there.
Yeah, no, he fries me every fucking time in the party. Everybody fries me in the party. So there's going to be a lot of bitter, hateful comments on this podcast. But yeah, looking ahead at the next two trades, we'll probably hop through these pretty quick. But
Yep.
this is one Seattle I think lost. Teglia for IREC rookies and Alpha Fallen.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
That's a head slapper. I mean, Teglia is sick. I mean, don't get me wrong. Maybe it's an issue of like he just didn't want to play for them, and they just tried to salvage. But like at the end of the day, you could get so much more for Teglia.
I was playing with Teglia when I told you I was playing sixes before we got on. I was playing with Teglia.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I guess I'm on his esports team now. I guess, which I like. I don't
Surprised anybody picked you up for esports in the
have
first place.
playing esports, but Teglia is a sniper, dude. He's
He's
got he can pass, he can cycle. I love when we were on Italy together. I told Speedy, I said I'm not playing, and this sounds like an ego thing to say, but I said I'm not playing unless I'm playing with Teglia. And I mean that was kind of just because he was the only other like good forward on the entire team, really, and it was.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean that is kind of an ego move. You know, I always wondered how you had such a big ego, Bergie, but now seeing how fucking thick your skull is, like no doubt, it's something that's got to fit in there somewhere. But no, yeah, I mean, Teglia is sick, man. There's no doubt about it, and like,
and like I don't know
I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. Like, I wreck rookies and alpha both fucking like, it's not even a comparison.
I mean, rookies is like I mean, seeing as how the league is so shallow at defense, it's like I don't know, maybe
Dude, no.
like
The
no,
the same night they made that trade, I'm in a party with AG, Hufu, Sando, my center, Cockney, stud player. Told him I'd shot him on the podcast, steal like 11th round.
by the way, I regretted the draft not taking him because I was looking at him, I
Great
was
guy,
looking at
beauty.
stats, and I was fooled. I was fooled by his LG stats, which are
Because he's a goalie. He's a goalie, but he's got thumbs.
all goalie stats, and I was fooled by it.
Yep, he is a beauty. I told him I'd shot him out. He is a stud. But yeah, I mean, we were all playing together, and we match up against Walsh. I see Seattle Kraken logo pop up on the screen. I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be a real good night. I think we fucking Hufu and me just like we were fucking around and we're blowing them out by like 9. And I was like, oh my god, somebody get a fucking life vest for this team.
Oh my god.
Walsh was super high riding off these trades. He was like, I've rebuilt the team. Slapped, son. Slapped.
All right, so next we got Montreal sends Calder Cubs to the Nashville Predators.
Huge dub.
Hughes. What do you got?
Huge dub for Nashville. They could have probably used him to start when they played us, when they got slapped 10 to fucking 1. Because Calder is sick. I haven't played with him. I've only heard good things from like Hufu and Tibbs and those guys, but I mean, he did accidentally DM me one time, and I'm pretty sure he was trying to hit me up for a booty call. So,
Boy.
yeah, I don't know. Let me see if I can find it. What he said to me. He just like he like phone called me like one time just randomly in the fucking DMs. I was like, Yeah, he sent me a fucking phone call, and I was like, I don't even see it, and I was just like, what the fuck? And he goes, didn't mean to, my bad, fam. I was like, no more booty calls, dude. I'm just not that kind of guy. So
I need dinner first, babe. Come on.
yeah, exactly. You gonna kiss me before you fuck me like that? Come on.
But I did, however, before LG started, I played with Cubs, and we were in the main chat, and this is after the LG season. This is like just prior to the draft. He was like, "Oh yeah, I remember you. I almost put a bid on you." I was like, "You son of a bitch! You fucking asshole!
I almost
He's
put a bit on you.
his 500K you'll ever get, dude."
But I mean, like, yeah, like we can't spend too much time on each trade, but like, don't get me wrong, Hughes is a solid player. I've heard Baker, and from Baker's stats, he was a really good fucking player.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
but I mean, Cubs is just, it's a different talent level, different level of competition, and
So the flip side to this trade is it's almost identical to what we did with Montreal, which is we got our buddies, which is exactly what Plot Digger did here. Which is if you Baker and Hughes are both Mississauga guys, Plot Digger's Mississauga.
yeah,
They beat us in the first round in 7 games, and it was a big upset. Like nobody saw that. Like Falcon when it was what were we down, like 3-1? He was like, "Well, I thought this was a sweep," and yeah, I mean they pushed. They beat Hamilton, and then they went to, I think, Game 7 with Barry. And I mean, solid players, man. Like they're decent, but I don't know if they match up to Cubs.
no, and that's the thing is like, yeah, from everything I've heard, they're really good players, but it's like when you're putting a guy like Cubs in the mix, it's like I would take Cubs over both of them in a heartbeat.
And yeah, and that's why I say it's almost identical to our trade. But it's like, yeah, baby goat and summer are great, but like ass getting clutch.
Yeah, it's yeah, definitely in terms of like talent. Um, in terms of overall talent, I thought you guys maybe sacrificed a little bit on that one, but in terms of chem and like people, 100% fucking underestimate like what chem can do to a team. I was
Yeah.
like, you look at our team last year, the Wild, like we didn't have any superstars on our team. It was me, it was Rob, it was Earth, it was Comet, like good players, no doubt. Like we're all good players, but like nobody that stands out where you're like, that's an LG or fucking Biggie talent.
It meant pothead.
Pothead's a beauty. but no, but like, let me be frank here. If Pothead watches, I will give Pothead the credit of the man did adapt to this year's game and has exponentially gotten, better. Where a lot of kids get stuck into the root of like, I play this way, I'm only gonna play this way. Pothead used to only play that. You remember the power forward, big fucking hard hitting, forechecking grinder, and then he changed it up and he started getting some deeks in there and some movement. And I love playing with Pot. Like it's the thing when you play with Pot and Earth and those guys is where they might lack in talent. Um, they make up for it in just smart hockey and just team defense, good rotations, good play down low. And that's what took us so far last year. And I feel bad. I fucking came in Game 7 and absolutely sold. I'll never hear the end of it to this day from Earth. I think he finally deleted the GIF of me selling, but yeah, I did not hear the end of that for a few fucking weeks.
My thing with Pot is his zone entry strategy for the past 4 years has been straight skate into the D-man and hope that I bully through him.
Yeah,
And if not, it's turnover. And like Like there's no
I think you're overlooking the elite shitter shot from the point as soon as he crosses the blue line.
yeah.
Remarkable strategy.
Like there's no like thought of like, hey, maybe I should like turn left or like do it. Or like, nope, it's just like boom. We're going that way, and if I run over them, good. If I don't, we're going that way.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, for all it's said and done, we can talk shit about everybody's talent, but at the end of the day, the one thing I'll give Pot that I can't really give anybody else is the kid. The kid knows how to fucking build winning teams and take teams to playoffs. Him and Earth, like, and I credit them for like a lot of what how I did well in this draft, and I credit them for making me a better player for because I didn't get into IOHL without them, and I probably wouldn't have played LG again if I didn't start playing with them, because I started playing with them, started getting better again, and fucking working at my skills, which still aren't really there, but I just cover them up a little bit now.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for Pot and Earth, me and Falcon, that's how me and Falcon met, was on that line with Falcon and Earth.
Yeah, I mean, same like with me and Tibbs, like me and Tibbs,
Cider.
yeah, fucking Southsider. Yeah, this one's for you and Earth Podhead. Fuck Southsider and fuck Jonesy.
Definitely fuck Jonesy.
Fuck Jonesy. Yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like, and Pot, when I first started playing with them, I played with Tibby, and like, Tibby was great, and then now Tibby's hit fucking skyrocket proportions of talent, and he's an absolute beauty. Love you, Tibbs.
Oh yeah, he blew up like
Yeah,
quick.
he took off.
It
And
he met Hufu. It was like him and Hufu were just like dynamic duo.
yeah, exactly. And then there was just Brana sitting in the corner fucking masturbating.
So next trade I got, which is the Calgary Edmonton trade.
Okay, yeah, the Bush Latte and Larkin.
As far as trades go for this week, I'm gonna definitely say that Calgary, by far, hands down, wins the trade war.
Yeah.
I mean they made the best moves. They got the most value out of who they had. I mean, kudos to Aces, dude. I mean, the guy's a fucking guru, apparently.
Yeah, I mean he gets the Tech Stealth, who is a good defenseman. Don't get me wrong, Bush Latte and Larkin aren't awful, but for getting one really top D for two kind of middle of the pack above average D, like, you'll take that trade off every time.
And I mean, earlier I told you I'm playing esports with Teglia, right?
Yeah.
Golden Aces is the goalie, and Detect Stealth's my partner. Detect Stealth, he's phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely, if he has to carry you.
I mean, it's just the way he immediately adapted to like the way we play to like the way we play. It's just like the way we adapted to each other. It's like the guy's amazing. Like his breakout, his decision making, his puck handling, everything. He's phenomenal. And you gave away two mediocre, middle of the road D-men to get him, and it's like, and I even bargained with Aces. I said, "Hey man, let me get Stealth," and he literally told me to go fuck.
Yeah.
Literally told me to go fuck. I even used the line. I said, why don't wouldn't you want your D pair in esports to want to get games in together? Like, wouldn't you want that? Go fuck.
Oh, and don't get me wrong, man. Like, a quick shout out on that topic. Like, I gave that Calgary team a little bit of a hard time, and my predictions, for how they'd be this year. And they're not taking off super fast right now, but they're in a great position. They're a good fucking team. And Aces is doing a great job. I mean, even like we've talked shop on a few players, nothing like super serious. Because mostly as like right now, at the position I'm in, like if you're a 9-1 team, no flex, elite owner here. management, really owner, because I just do all Moss's job anyway. That broke collar blown piece of shit. But like that like you don't want to panic trade, and you don't want to like after that 7-1 loss for us to Pittsburgh, I got a few messages where I was like, fuck, maybe do I need to make a move? Do I need to start readjusting the roster? But like you gotta be patient, and I think even with Calgary, like they've been in a good position, and like all of his trades, like they don't scream, "Oh, we lost the game, I'm gonna panic trade." Like they scream like, "I'm being calm, I'm taking my time. If a good deal falls in my lap, I'm gonna take it." And
Yeah.
Aces is doing a great job of just slowly making subtle moves to improve the roster.
And I mean, this is kind of me jumping ahead a little bit, but I mean, if you look at their record, they're 5-2-3, and
Yeah,
like
they're in a great position.
right up. When I look at that record, all I see is potentially.
Well, and I mean, they spanked fucking Winnipeg too. They beat the dog piss out of Winnipeg.
And they can compete, and they're getting better, and they will continue to keep getting better.
See, they're definitely it's like you guys, Tampa and Calgary are my picks where if you guys can develop a second line, you're dangerous.
Oh, we already did.
Yeah. And you guys just did with making that trade. I mean, I'm still gonna beat the piss out of you every time I fucking play you, Bergie, but
I mean, yeah, for us, it's literally where I said it in the thread, we're the Erie Canucks. Like that's
hmm
all there is to it. It's
yeah.
literally both forward lines are all Erie Otters, minus Pasta, who was, in my opinion, not trying to fucking pull my own dick here, but that was the pick of the draft.
It was
Was
a great pick, especially with the AGM kind of loophole.
AGM.
Yeah.
Like there was no better pick in the draft, in my opinion, than that one.
Oh, that was a steal of an AGM pick. And I had thought about going the same route you did because I had reached out to Pasta because I played with Pasta through Romanoff and Maverick. Those guys used to be in the league. And Romanoff actually I just got to sign up, so hope to see him back in the league and start buzzing again because great
Yeah,
guy.
I was like, ooh.
Yeah, he's playing
I was like,
defense now, so interesting move there. And now, for all the shit talking he used to give me, wants me to tutor him at defense. I'm like, all right, okay, all right.
bro, I'm in a
But
little position where I'm looking at it and I'm like, is there any possible way that Tibby and Hufu drops?
dog, I like, and this may be a bad thing to say. Like, I'm sorry, Hoofu and Tibbs, but I've
Not
straight
gonna.
told the bottom of the barrel teams to take you guys, not as not as an attack on Hoofu and Tibby to put them on a bad team, but like the last thing I need. And I'll tie this into a different point. Like the last thing I need is them fall into a fucking middle of the pack team like you guys or like Tampa or Calgary and just giving them a free fucking weapon. Like that's the last thing I need in my life. And like Colorado, like before they folded, was like, he's like, why are you giving me like top picks? He's like, why are you selling me your draft strategy? I was like, because dude, I was like, it doesn't. No, there's no chance in my lifetime that Hufu and Tibby or either one of them falls to me at 13. Because as it stands right now, off the rankings, I'm sitting at the 13th pick. We're
Yep.
one below Pittsburgh because we lost the head-to-head to them. We're above Winnipeg for I don't know what the reason behind it, but that's where it's been put at. So like worst
Probably like,
case, all right, we're at 12. We're 12 or 13 with Winnipeg. It doesn't matter. Either way, we're not 14 because we lost a pit. And like my strategy was like I was like I don't want to tank for a pick. If we end up losing and we fall, so be it. If we end up I knew we weren't going to lose more than 4 games this week, so I was like, all right, we'll end up middle of the pack. But I was like, I know even if I finish at like 7th or 8th pick, they're not falling to me. So it's what's the point in trying to mislead the shitty owners? And to tie that in, it's like I just want to go off on a quick little thing about the late sign up drafts. I know everybody knows I bitch about them, and everybody fucking hates me in the manager's chat because I rant about the shit and I hate it. And I hate the late sign up drafts. I hate the way it's done. I get, and I want to say this a quick shout out to the staff in IOHL. I don't put it on you guys. I know it's a fucking shit situation. It's hard to fucking do. I advocate for bidding, but it's hard to quick switch a whole way of doing things. But like, look at Colorado and Ottawa. Like, how the fuck are they supposed to know who to take in that draft?
I mean, DVAT's messaged me too. Like I was messaging him before the season started when they were announcing owners. He was like, "I want to get 2 more owners." And then when they announced those management teams of Colorado and Ottawa, he told me he was concerned about it, and he was like, I just don't know, like it's we want more teams, but at the same time, like what are you gonna do? Like we don't have enough applications to give shit people ownership and management, and it's like, what's the lesser evil? And in my opinion, after seeing it for so many consecutive seasons, it's like, just don't give them fucking, because it's like now we have to go through buys, and now we have to rearrange the schedules, and now all those players that got drafted go in the late draft, and now they all get fucked out of a week, and now they all go to TC, and now they all got to compete for a fucking roster spot, and it's just like, why do we do that? Like, there needs to be some type of like system or some, like they made the trade council. I don't know if it should be me and you. Like, fuck it. We might be 2 of the most honest people.
I'm convinced that trade council is just D-Vets.
Yeah, it's D-Vets.
It's just D-Vets in there by himself. Being like,
it's D-Vets looking at it. Yeah, that looks good. No.
He's like, trade for Schlarky? But like, that's why I don't even want to make a trade, because every trade talk I get to the point, like, there's been a few times I've almost gotten to the point where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna send this deal, and then I look at it and I'm like, there ain't no fucking chance that goes through. I'm trading 2 CCs for a fucking good player. There's no way they're gonna let me get that.
But I told them, like, hey, like, I'll become staff if you let me just sit there and just like adjudicate like decisions that you're making. Like, hey, that's no good. Like,
well, even the thing is, if you're gonna let these
decision, you're making a mistake. Like, you're fucking up. Like there needs to be something in place. Like there needs to be something in check for them. Just like, that's fucked up. Like, don't do that. You're making,
and that's the thing is, I completely agree. Is like, if you're gonna have guys making trades, it's one thing to decline them. It's another thing to be like, hey, maybe you reach out to that owner and be like, hey, I saw you put this trade in. Let me give you some info on the guys that you're trading and the guys you're trading for, and give you some intel to fucking know that maybe this is a bad trade. If you give an owner, be like, hey, you're trading an LG NHLer for 2 TCs that are in the CHL, and they still say, no, we want to do it, you're on your fucking own. Like, you're going to be an idiot.
well, I mean, the Ottawa owner's fucking brain dead, bro. I mean, I sent him screenshots of stats on LG. I offered him, and all these guys are moved at this point, so it doesn't even really matter. I offered him what? Actually, they're not, so I can't really say it. Dubes is moved. I offered him Dubes, fucking Kodenov, Bats. I offered him half my roster, and he goes, no. It's like I'm sending you legitimately, like, legitimate stats page by page of each player versus the one guy I want.
Yeah.
And it's like you go and accept that one trade. Like, you're fucking brain dead.
Well, dude,
and that puts us on to the next trade, which is another Ottawa trade with Calgary. Fucking this trade, biggest trade of the week, the trade to beat, in my opinion, absolutely, by far, hands down. Calgary sends to Ottawa with Red.
Yeah.
And Big Truck 20. Do you know either one of those?
No.
Never heard of them?
Looked them up on LG and zero stats.
Never matched for them?
Nope.
Ever seen an online versus or a hockey shootout, online shootout?
Nope.
Yep. So they traded that for Killzone. $4 million. And guess what?
Retained $2 million.
Ace got them to retain $2 million of his $4 million contract. First off, how does this go through the trade council?
Yeah, that's
how the fuck do you accept that?
That's the thing, man. Is just like there's no, I'm gonna quote D-Vets here. Where's the parity? And then Genius D-Vets quote is like, yeah, I agree. How the fuck does that get through? Like, don't get me wrong. Killzone's a good player. I wouldn't trade for him just because I've gone off. Me and him have gone back and forth in the main chat a few times. But like he does have talent for what you're trading.
If I could get Ottawa to retain half his cap, I'd trade for him.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Like, what the fuck?
It's mind-boggling.
It's mind-boggling. Ottawa will, and I said this later in the write-up, but Ottawa will fold within 1 to 2 weeks.
Dude, and that's the other thing is like,
is that the team he's on? Brown Man Can? Is that where he's?
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, Brown Man Can's not a bad player. He's not bad. But to take him in the first round and then take Schlarky in the second, like if you had taken Schlarky first round and then Brown Man Can the second, maybe I could have gave you a little bit more respect on it. But it was just a weird combo. And I know Ottawa's, Newfie.
Last pick.
What'd you say?
They had 14th pick, 14th and 15th pick though, no?
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter at that point.
Yeah, I mean they got
it's to defend the brain dead fucking over.
It's just a weird order of players to take, but like
yeah.
And I get it. Like I reached out to Ottawa too, and I was telling them for late signups, like here's who to look at, because like obviously, yeah, I don't want to see guys fucking fall that shouldn't fall, and I want that. Like I do understand where staff's going. Like I want it to be a competitive league. I want every team to be a good team. Obviously, you want those games where you can blow out a team like 10-1, and you give your guys some stat padding and shit. But like, you don't want to see guys just get blown out and fucking quit and fold and shit. And here's my biggest advice to new owners, and I told this to both Colorado and Ottawa, and to any new owner that watches this or anybody who's thinking of owning, if you're gonna draft, go to LG and go to player history and just look at and type in every person on that draft board's gamer tag and look at them. That's how I did my draft board entirely. There was guys I knew. Yeah, exactly. There was guys I knew, and Sando did the same thing. There's guys there's guys you don't. Look them up. And yes, and AG, I talked to AG about it too. And AG was at the same point where he's like, yeah, you can only do so much off of stats. Like, obviously, stats are a big part, and you can look at that, but, like, you never know. Did a guy get carried? Did he play on a good team? Did he play with a shitty line and just have shit stats? You don't know, but, I mean, it gives you a little bit of, like,
but, I mean, you look, if you're really that interested in somebody and notice something like, oh, did this guy get carried? Like, if you notice something that's off, it's like, you can click on each game that they've played, and you can fucking look at all the advanced stats. You can look at I can look at somebody's entire fucking LG career and make a judgment. If I'm that concerned about that person, like if I'm that torn, like, oh, do I want this person? Do I not want that person? I can look at every single fucking game they've ever played in LG.
Yeah.
And I can look at the advanced stats of every single game they've ever played now.
Mm-hmm.
And I can make a judgment. It's just putting the time in and just giving a fuck.
I mean, even if you look at my draft, like, I don't want to suck my own dick too hard here, or else I'll get a lot of comments for it. But like, you look at my draft, like, obviously AG, it doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist to take AG at 8th overall when he fucking dropped. When I saw him drop to 8, and me and him, I said in the interview I did with Soup and D-Vets, when I saw him, when I told Moss, I was like, yeah, AG's, once Letnoff went one, I was like, our best hope is AG falls. If not, I was like, I got a few other guys on the list, guys like Burke or any of the, or Breezy. When AG fell to us at 8, like that's a home run. You just know you can't fuck that up. But even besides that, like my second round pick, Kenbo. Kenbo was a 77-point player in the AHL and put up 81 in the Sharks tournament. I had maybe had 3 messages with him before draft, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm fine if you draft me. Just give me line mates."
Yep.
Okay, Niemi, late round, took him straight because Kembo told me he was good. Schlemko took him because I saw how he did with you, and he had great stats in the C, A, and N. And all those guys, like, it's as simple as looking them up. And, like, yeah, you maybe should reach out to them. I probably should have reached out more to guys, but, like, I took the hope that, once they saw my draft board and how I drafted, the guys would buy in, which most of my team did. Actually,
I
all
mean,
of my team.
that's what I did with Clutch. Is I knew Azkek would play for us. He was with us last season. So with Azkek, I just messaged him. I was like, "Hey man, you good for IOHL?" He said, "Yep, I'm good." I said, "All right, cool." With Clutch, that's where I was more concerned, and I messaged and I said, literally, verbatim, like if you signed up to play with a specific team, I won't pick you because I don't want to, fuck you out playing with your buddies. But
Oh, no,
if
I
you're
did that to AG.
if you're down to play for us, I'll pick you. And he said, yeah, just make sure I don't play with dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all you have to do. That's it. Will
Yeah.
you play? Yes, I'll play for you. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and
That's
that's essentially what I did to Kembo. And Kembo was just like, yeah, I'm down. He's like, just make sure I don't have shit line mates. And I was like, yeah, I got you. So I
it's pretty.
prioritized drafting a good forwards.
And I'm gonna be honest, that trade we made is like I'm still looking at it. Like right now, I'm looking at it right now, and it's like I don't know if that was a good trade.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you'll have to see how it turns out. In the interest of time, I say we jump on here and a
Yeah,
few things we probably could have covered on, but like I'd like to cover a few more things quickly before we I think we're at maybe probably about an hour, I would say maybe a little bit under.
please, yeah.
Um, so the next one I'd like to talk about based off of what you wrote up was Killer Beats.
Oh, Jesus.
um, what the fuck happened with that kid? I don't know about a bunch of the details. I know you kind of deferred to me for this, that you didn't know about how much what was happening, but from what I know is that I what team was he? He was Montreal, right? Or was he a
Yeah,
different team? So, I mean, they obviously didn't have a hot start. Um, and in retrospect, Montreal didn't have a bad draft, in my opinion. It's kind of middle of the pack. But like to go and then now delete, the draft board, and I don't know if he fucked anything else up with the website, but like let me just go ahead right here, right now. Let me just lean into the camera. Killer Beats, you're a fucking cunt. If you're watching this, if this gets sent to you, cunt. I'm at fucking work trying to look at draft boards and I don't have fucking anything because you wanted to be a dickhead and delete shit. Why don't you suck my fucking tiny nutsack? My tiny white cash with a goat nutsack. Oh, and there goes Bergi turning his camera off because he's fucking touching his dick.
what? I mean, I have no idea what drove him to do that.
And that's the other thing is like, how do you make that kid staff just off a fucking whim when you got guys like Moss, and like Moss is I don't want to suck my own owner's dick because he is a shithead and gives me a fucking headache on a daily basis, but he is fully invested in making this league better and putting out content and being a good commissioner, and like you make that kid a fucking commissioner and he fucks you over. Like you got to look at the guys who are loyal to the league. Like making me or you or any of the guys that are here long term and are actually like truly trying to buy into this league because it's fun, and obviously it's a banana league, but you're trying to battle and have a fun team. Bergie's going again, he's touching his dick, but like God, does that kid fucking suck? I don't even know what else to say about it. Like there's no bigger shithead of a fucking move than to delete everything because you had a fucking ego check and shit didn't go your way. Like, holy fuck.
Yeah, I don't really know anything about it. I know he on the Erie Otters with Falcon and all them. And he really asked him why did you do that? And he really couldn't give a good reason.
No, he's just an asshole.
And it's just like, what, you had a bad day, so you decided to like try to destroy a league. But at the same time, it's like, why would you give that guy?
Any tour of power. Right
You
off the
give,
bat, like, it's not even a guy that was in the league for a few seasons. Like, he just fucking joined and they're like, Commissioner, there you go. Have fun.
yeah,
Blows my
ridiculous,
mind.
absolutely ridiculous.
All right, I think we covered everything pretty much in your write up. The one thing, I mean, there's definitely a few topics we can touch on. Um, just to throw him under the bus because I love him, and I think it deserves to be talked about again, and with a different topic on top of it is Tribe.
Try to get ranked.
Hey, Tribe, how's Iggy?
The real Iggy or the fake Iggy?
Did you realize that Venom kid? That's Iggy DeGlizzy now. I didn't realize that at first. He changed his gamer tag. And I called him a snail today in the main chat. I was like, oh, that's actually Iggy DeGlizzy.
Oh
Kind of
shit!
kind of regret that because low-key love the guy for getting fucking picked like that, sneaking into the draft. Me and Iggy's inbred child, Iggy DeGlizzy.
What a fuck up of a second round pick. Oh my
Oh man, and I think we'll finish off the podcast talking about the draft and just kind of quickly going over that and like who was from each team who we thought like was a good pick and who wasn't. I think they already talked about it with D-Vets and Soup, but we can quickly run through that. But like on top of that, I do feel bad for Tribe for having to deal with that fucking kid. Their TC Tendy, Salty 1911 or whatever the fuck he went by, and then try to force a trade to my team, which Moss almost fucking listened to, and I almost retired on the spot. But
Dude, I
like,
had a similar thing with the that Noah kid, right? We
hey, real quick, fuck you entirely for ever offering me that fucking guy. Fuck you across all of the universe for ever saying, hey, you want legit Noah? No, 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 no. Suck a dick. Fuck you and Maltese for ever having the balls to even send that my way. And I do respect you for not sending it to me and sending it to Moss instead, because I would have shit kicked that trade back into your DM so fucking fast.
figured had a better shot.
For anybody that didn't see or nobody's in manager's chat, as soon as I got forwarded that offer from Moss, I immediately went into the manager's chat. I was like, which one of you two fucking inbreds decided that that was a fair deal?
No, this is after. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you. This is after this happened. So we lost the game to fucking somebody, I forget. And then it was all like, because we won the cup last season, so everybody wants to see us fail.
Yeah.
So it's like it was a game, everybody fucking laughing emojis and the fucking thing. And
Me.
and legit Noah was one of them, put a laughing emoji on the loss. So Falcon immediately, boom, gone from the chat. Fucking
Talk about fragile egos with Maltese Falcon.
I mean, Peter doesn't like to lose. He doesn't,
I,
he's a dude that likes to fucking win, and he doesn't. If somebody on his team is talking shit, he's not going to take it lightly.
yeah, I respect that.
And I mean, the guy like messaged me, is like, oh no, blah 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 blah. I'm 13 years old, blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah. And it's just like, all right, buddy, this is the end of the road for you. But,
I almost fucking threw up in my mouth when I saw that trade offer.
yeah, Yeah.
I mean, you know, fucking poor Tribe. There's not many of a better people in the league than there is with Tribe. But God, is it fucking fun to just see him just absolutely just have the worst luck
I mean,
in the entire league.
let me look at his roster, dude.
Yeah, I mean I think we covered pretty much all of our big topics. We can cut into looking at some rosters and just kind of going over the draft and like the week one and finish it off there. But yeah, go ahead and take it away if you want to talk about his team real quick.
I just clicked on that and it brought me to Toronto. Hold on. What
Oh,
team
by the
is?
way, Cavi, really quick, wanted me to talk about. Let me go back to the main chat. Cavi asked, "Did you talk about how hot I am?" Yes, Cavi, you are quite sexy. Um,
Oh, let me go take a piss real quick. I'll be right back.
yeah, we'll pause it real quick here and we'll. All right, and we're back from our piss break, and I tried to compose myself thinking about that statement, rolling back in, and it just didn't work out well. Um, so real quick, I'd like to thank everybody for listening. Me and Bergi didn't put a lot of time or effort into this, so we're kind of wheeling. So expect the next future podcast to be a little bit more structured. Hopefully, probably fucking not, because we're probably just gonna get hammered. I'm not even. Bergi's at like fucking nine, 7 beers. I'm at like fucking 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, we're just
Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm on number 9. Hold on. Yeah, number 9.
yeah. Here's the leftover tops of my fucking 6 pack plus the 3 I had beforehand. But to finish this off, boys and girls, I don't know if there's any girls in the league. Probably not. Fucking bunch of degens in this shithole. Um, but we're gonna go through the week and how it went with rankings and shit, and kind of touch on everybody's roster, real quick. Bergie, did you have that the standings for the week and what it was at?
Yeah, actually, yep.
So just kind of rattle that off real quick so we can just kind of see how everybody did this week.
So, three-way tie for first place. Pittsburgh Penguins, your Coyotes, and Canada's Jets. In fourth, Toronto Maple Leafs. In fifth, Calgary. Sixth, Chicago. Seventh is a tie between Edmonton and Nashville. Ninth is a tie between Vancouver and Montreal. 11th is a tie between Seattle and Tampa. And 13th is Ottawa, with 14th being the folded Colorado Avalanche.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll take the tee off this. I mean, there's not much to speak about. It's pretty clear cut where everybody's finished at. I'll just say, Winnipeg, a little bit of a surprise that they finished 9-1. I mean, not too much of a surprise. I know there was talent, but losing Burke, I thought maybe they'd struggle a little bit. Really impressed that they kind of rebounded from that. Obviously, us and Pitt, Pitt surprised me a little bit. I expected to be Pitt high, but I thought it was going to be kind of a tie between me and Toronto, based off of just draft entirely. Um, Obviously Toronto, I think, where they're at, they're in a great position. I think they're what, 6-3 and 4, somewhere around that fucking level.
6-3. Toronto 6-3.
Yeah, so they're in a great position. I said 6-3 and 4 as if the fucking math calculated on that. Wow, I'm a fucking idiot.
Nice. I was just gonna move past it, but I mean, since you guys, yeah, I mean, do some fucking math, retard.
Whoa! That's gotta get edited. We're getting banned. You're gonna let that one slip? We made it this deep in the fucking podcast. You're gonna let that shit slip real almost? Oh my god. All right. Yeah, so I can't fucking do math. I'm a history major, so I'll tell you about as much as you need to know. But Toronto, yeah, they're gonna rebound well. Good on. We already talked about Calgary. They got a good movement to move up. Everybody below that, you're fucking dog shit. Especially Vancouver. I don't know who's fucking running that team.
uh,
But
let's actually go through this real quick. Pittsburgh, that's unsustainable. Their success, in my opinion, is unsustainable. They're not going to continue.
well, they lost to you guys, so that's
They're going to drop. You guys, Arizona Coyotes, you're where you should be. You'll remain there for the entire season.
appreciate that, Bergie.
The Jets, Sando will probably.
I'd say top at least top 5 for the rest of the season.
I mean, with Burt gone, seeing what he just did, he'll stay up top.
Yeah.
Toronto, definitely a little low for, and me saying definitely a little low is,
A compliment entirely.
I projected them to be even in my own power rankings, I put myself first, knowing that Toronto was number 1.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I had conversations with Cavi where I told him, I was like, in my opinion, it was me and him for the finals based off of just pure draft.
Yeah. It's arguable. It'll, it's to see how the rest of the season goes, but, we'll see. Could be the Canadian division is definitely way fucking stronger.
Oh yeah, and I'll give Pittsburgh credit when Kong and Romo quit. I thought I had a clear-cut walk straight to the finals. Like, obviously, yeah, Nashville has a good team, but I know a bunch of those guys, and I pretty much know like their first. Looking at their draft board, their top 11 picks, I know 10 of the 11. So I was like, great guys, strong players, but when it comes down to a matchup, I just figured, we're gonna win that in a game, through 7 games. But
Yeah,
Seattle gave me some worries, but then once you see Kong and Romo quit, and some of their guys are gonna fold because they're that friends type of mindset. But Pittsburgh, I will give their credit. Do I think it's sustainable? Who knows? I'm not gonna shit on them because they beat the fucking dog piss out of me. But like, who fucking knows? I'll give them their credit. I hope they fucking collapse. I hope Letnoff quits because he got suspended for 2 games. Because that only helps my set. But yeah, Canadian division is fucking stacked.
yeah.
So we can transition that in. They already talked about it in the previous podcast, but me and Bergie want to kind of do our own rundown through how we thought the draft went, and tie that into like the week, just to finish this off. So I'll lead off with Seattle. Just looking at the roster, you got Walshy, CNS, you got Langtot, Fire Phoenix, Hope Legacy, Slapshot Kid, Donks, New York Rangers 25 fan, Bush Latte, Favorite Liar, Rapier, Fallen, and Alchemist. Not the worst roster in the league by far. Quick rundown, Walshy, fucking captain slip and slide. Guy can't save a fucking beach ball half the time, but sometimes he shows up and he's a quality player. CNS, great guy if you can catch him when he hasn't had fucking 14 Bush Lights. Langtot, by far, their obviously best player. Langtot's a fucking stud. And, I know he's been out of LG for a few seasons, but, maybe not playing at the talent level he was before when he was in LG, but he's still disgusting. Fire Phoenix, great defenseman. Maybe a little bit early of a pick on him, but still a great guy. Hope Legacy. Don't know much about him. I almost confused him with like Legacy, the guy that had like L space E space A space that bullshit. He sucks. But Hope Legacy, from what I heard, is pretty solid. Slapshot Kid, CNS's brother, sucks to be associated with him. But the rest of the roster, not terrible. Kind of middle of the pack. I see them finishing maybe like 3rd or 4th in the USA division. As long as Walsh doesn't make any more fucking panic trades as he's known to, and like he did to us in Arizona, where I don't know if anybody knows about this, but I told Walsh when we were in Arizona, and we had a top line of Romanoff, forget who our center was, and then we had Fear, and it was like two of the top scoring the wingers in the league at the point. And I told Walsh, I was like, yeah, we need to bolster our second line, and he followed that up by trading for Habs fan, and Mac. And I almost internally combusted and shit my pants all over the ice when I heard about that trade. So we'll see if Walsh can keep it together and not completely explode his team by fucking freaking out.
I mean, looking at it, they have like, if I were management on this team, like, I could work with this.
Yeah. There's definitely room to, like, you can make some trades and probably fleece some kids for guys that may be overvalued on other teams.
Like, I'm looking at this guy on their TC, Wicked, who I had last season on TC. However, he did slice his fucking hand open and was
Probably
unable
going to give you some problems.
entire season. Literally messaged me the day that it might have been like an hour after we won the cup. Hey man, I can play tomorrow if you need me. I just cut my cast off. And we're like,
yeah, that's tough. But yeah, by
I
no
forget-
means is it a bad roster.
he ended up in a party with me and Falcon and somebody else, and he ended up playing versus against Falcon. And don't ever play versus against Falcon because you'll throw your fucking controller through your television.
Oh, yeah, you think that's fucking bad? Try playing versus against Hufu every night.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, you get coerced into that because he makes you think you got a fucking chance and you lose 8-12. Or, sorry, not even that close. 12-3 when you're playing as fucking the NHL All-Stars and he's got fucking WHL Wilkes-Barre fucking playing against you. And you just get dog shit.
Yeah, that's
So,
about
yeah, never play against Hufu ever. Me and Sando, actually, little fun fact, me and Sando combined on a versus team to play against Hufu and still fucking lost. So that should tell you enough about what you should expect playing that fucking asshole. By the way, Hufu, if you're watching this in the late sign-up draft, big fuck you. Love you to death, but big fuck you. It's like my dick. Still beat you with Team USA and fucking the international versus team.
He played Falcon in a versus, and he goes, "Hey, he's actually pretty fucking good."
It's surprising how some guys are good. But yeah, I'll let you take the next team, Nashville. A little bit of a perspective on what you think there. You know, Rob and Ziggs as the owner and GM. What do you think about them?
So originally, I said they, learned no lessons in drafting after their disastrous AHL season.
Yeah, guess who's a part of that?
Yeah, you used to see you smirking.
Yeah.
But
shout out! I believe he's your player, Phantom. Worst player in the NHL right here.
Are you in the end?
Yeah, I finished in the end.
By far the worst player in the end.
Fuck! I posted, I was like, dog, I didn't realize they had a fucking, like, a vote to name me the #1 worst player in the entire NHL. I finished, let me give myself, a little bit of fucking credit here. I finished 6-6-3 with, like, 12 points and, like, a -2, given the fact that our team sold the last week and lost each game by fucking 6 goals. I think I did all right. And to the fact that I was told that I should be more offensive, to anybody that knows me, your fucking eye explosion there should tell you as much as what you need to know about how I approach the NHL.
Bro, when we play together, I just don't even enter the offensive zone.
There's no point. Thumbs, son. Look at these thumbs. With the mobility, they're rapid fire. We don't need anybody else.
As far as Nashville goes, I mean, if you're just gonna rattle off names, like Rob, Ziggs, Destro, Calder Cubs, Barrett, All-Star Bear, Goog, that's who they have. But I mean, like, those are great fucking names.
Well, dude, even if you look past, like I've played with these guys a long time. Like Rebel is a great player. I mean, I know him more as a defenseman, so I'm not as familiar with him at defense. And I know MacDog signed up as D, but MacDog was our esports goalie this year, and MacDog's a stud in that.
Yeah, I don't
So
know
like
either guys. So that's
both great players, but like I mean, great roster. But again, Nashville went that route of I'm gonna draft friends and draft guys I know.
yeah.
And that's where I think they have a good team, and I know they struggled. I mean, we beat the dog shit out of them this week. Um, and sorry, Barrett, no Norris Trophy for you if you're gonna get fucking shellacked by my team like that. You fucking dog piss piece of shit
I
defenseman.
I
Go back
wouldn't
to
put
center.
Barrett. Already, I'm not putting Barrett in the Norris fucking conversation. Already,
Fuck
he's not.
Barrett. Fuck
He's not.
Barrett.
He's not a defenseman. Barrett's a center.
Barrett comes into this league and plays defense while looking at fucking images of Josh Allen on his fucking laptop and strokes his dick for 25 straight minutes through an entire game of saying, I'm going to jump up and pinch 27 fucking times. And I know D-Vets will get a kick out of that because he knows it's true.
I
And
mean,
everyone will fucking insult me because I'm the exact same way. But I at least have some fucking defensive capabilities, Barrett, you piece of shit.
Barrett is he's a center who signed up for defense so that he could play with his friends. And I don't know who they've picked as AGM or if they have or if they
Destro. Destro went back to defense. As far as I know, I might be entirely wrong, but I would assume it is Destro because Destro is a top defenseman. Um, and I think he signed up as left wing to, which kind of baffled me. Is like if you're gonna sign Destro up as left wing, maybe let him fall a little bit more because nobody's gonna take him as a winger.
yeah.
But so I thought that was if you took him in the your first round as a defenseman, completely understandable. Amazing defenseman, great defenseman.
Which
But
is like if you had Barrett sign up for forward and like you just said, if you had Destro sign up for D and Barrett sign up for forward, you swap their where they're drafted or their contracts,
much better look.
and it's your team's that much better.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I think Barrett is a solid defenseman in this league. He does need to learn a little bit more about the nuances about playing some of that sit back type of stay at home defense. Like, don't get me wrong, I like to jump up and I like to be involved in the play. You know that more than anybody. But at the end
Yeah.
of the day, if I need to sit back and play defense, I can do it.
Yeah.
I think Barrett needs a little bit more work on that end, and I love Barrett.
He's a forward, you know?
Yeah. It takes time. Don't get me wrong. It takes time to adjust because I was a forward that switched to defense, and it took me time to not be complete dog shit. So it happens. But I think strong. I think they'll finish still high. I know they had a rough week, but they'll jump back up there. Moving on quickly. The Blackhawks. With Kirby, Doc, and Shadow, I'll give them their credit. They drafted some really solid forwards with Kuzi and Comet, actually Green. Bismo is kind of a fucking nerd, but good pick, I guess, if you want a degen on your roster.
Basama.
Fillion's another guy. Yeah, Fillion's another guy. Fillion, honestly, is another big steal that they got. Fillion's a solid player. I'm surprised he fell as far as he did.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Biggest problem with their fucking roster, man, they have no defense. Sergeant Pepper is their best defenseman, and even in the AHL, like he was a TC on our AHL team, and in reality, probably could have been a roster with how bad our AHL team was. And I like Pepper a lot, but yeah, he's by far the best defenseman on that team. I mean, Steele. Sorry to throw you under the bus, bud, but for $3 million, you gave up a fucking. You guys had a 4-2 lead against our team. And you guys fucking blew it. Get yourself a map. Literally rent free. Literally dog shit. Go to LensCrafters, get yourself some glasses because you fucking lost us.
Let him fucking live, bro.
I'm sorry, but to quote the magical Kuzvechnikov, also known as Vrana, no way, dude. No fucking way, man. Like in this league. Yes, they have a great roster a group, but of forwards. But if you don't have defense, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you can score 6, 7 goals a game because in this league, like you said earlier, the forwards are so saturated. Any team can score 6, 7 goals a game against a shit defensive core.
Yeah.
You don't have defense, you're fucked.
I mean, I did it against Montreal. We beat Montreal 10 to, I think it was 10-2. And I had 4 goals, 4 assists on right wing. It was my first time playing right wing in 6 fucking months.
Yeah.
And it's like I literally I made a build out of like, hey, like, yeah, this looks good. Like, I could probably, yeah, that looks good. Maybe.
Yeah.
And it's like I just walked into the game with like a makeshift build, no fucking experience on right wing in NHL 21, and I put up 8 fucking points.
Yeah. So
It's like, you need defense. You need it.
I mean, even in that game, they played us and they were up. They got 3 goals right off the bat off a a real nice triangle offense, and then in the end of the game, they didn't. When we started to push back and dominate, their defense couldn't hold up, and it shit the bed. I mean, the next team on the lookup is Colorado. I don't think we really need to talk about them because they fucking folded. I guess you'll just mention the fact that I'll just say real quick the fact that they took Uzi Snipe and SPD at first and second round. You were doomed to fucking lose the draft.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't even take a screenshot of their roster.
There was no there's there was no point. I mean by far their best draft pick.
I offered him Code Nov. I said, here's the missing link to the line that might be competitive for big might be competitive for your team.
I mean, by far.
If you would take it first. And I offered it for Heber, who's the toxic one who won't even play for him. And he said no.
Oh, I offered 4 or 5 trades for Heber.
Line for the guy that won't play for you? No. It's like, okay. Well,
I offered 4 or 5 trades for Heber. I offered a 3-for-1 for Heber, and I'd even want to roster him.
Heber's not even, according to Falcon, Heber's not even that good.
And I had thought from when I looked at stats that Heber was solid, and then when I told my team I was looking at him, a few guys on my team were like, he's really not that solid. They're like, if you pick him up for TC, fantastic pickup. He's a great guy to fill in if you need him, but yeah, not worth the roster spot. And and to the fact that that he was the best player on their roster is terrible.
It's just that was just like I said earlier. DVET said, this is either going to go well or it's going to go very, very poorly.
And it went very fucking poorly.
Very, very fucking poorly.
All right, well,
league.
Before I fucking gag looking at their roster anymore, I think we'll both have the most to say about any team in the league when we talk about this team. But I'll let you lead off. Tampa Bay.
Oh, let me pull them up.
So you got Real J Money, who give him some credit. He had to deal with the shitstorm of I forget what team it was last year that he owned with Clutch. I forget the exact name of the team, but I mean he did his best to keep that team afloat. Barely. But yeah, he brought Tribe in, which obviously, I love Tribe. He's gonna catch some flack on this draft. But but regardless, love Tribe, but I'll let you take it away.
Oh, you mean about second round pick Venom?
Iggy the Glizzy. Put some respect on his name.
Iggy the Glizzy. Bro, I'm not going to lie to you. I saw that shit. I even told Tribe this. I said, when I saw you pick that.
Dude, when he put Iggs into the fucking board.
Bro, because when I was drafting, I shit you not, I wasn't even looking at the draft board. I was looking at my own list. And who was still on my own list. So I'm not looking at the draft board. He said, Iggy. I went to the draft board immediately.
Same. I immediately looked. I was like, there's no way did I overlook Iggs.
Yeah, exactly. I said, there's no way I overlooked this shit. No fucking way. So, I mean, we all know. I mean, I'm
I
not
didn't
going to.
even bother looking up Iggy DeGlizzy in LG stats when I saw him on the draft board. I didn't even bother because I was like, "There's no fucking chance I take
Yeah.
him."
I mean, I'm not going to beat a dead horse, bro. Like, Tribe fucked up. I mean, I'm not going to
And
beat a
then,
dead.
I
I
mean, I'll
mean,
give him his credit. You know, he picked up Gerby. He did pick up Breck Easy, Saquon, D-Vets, Carnage. You know, all fucking great picks.
yeah.
Besides taking Iggy DeGlizzy, he had a great draft. The fact that he's as far down in the rankings as he is blows my mind. I thought even besides that, he would still finish closer to the top, but
From what I see from this roster is a lot of defense, but zero fucking off
yeah.
whatsoever anywhere. And as far as the goalie goes, I had Zumek last season. If Zumek's in a bad position, he's going to be toxic and he's going to suck. Holy Rebel, I'm sorry. I know your position is staff in the league. You fuck. Really, their only saving grace is
You
their D.
can't talk about Rebel. We're gonna get banned.
You still suck, Rebel. I'm sorry. You don't fucking suck, but you still suck.
Oh boy. Well,
They have defense. They have nothing else.
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Gerby's sick. Breck Easy solid. I don't know much about Mr. Saucy. I know he was in our top line forward there, but
But can they carry by themselves?
no, by far no. I mean, you got KT on that lineup, and that guy's been washed for 6 seasons. Fuck you, KT.
Little douchebag.
Little fucking nerd.
Offered me some Tribe offered me some awful trip. What was it? It was he offered I asked for Saquon for Dubes, and he goes, nah, but I'll give you Drop for Dubes. I mean, this is a moot point since Dubes is gone. But yeah,
I'll love to Dubes. Dubes is a beauty.
because I really like Saquon because I played him in LG so much, and it's like this guy is so fucking good. Like I want him on my team.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, man, let me get that guy. And he goes, I'll give you Drop. I stat check Drop. I'm like, oh my god, dude, are you joking?
Yeah, not great.
Like
All right.
this team, like I don't know. They need to they need to balance it out.
Yeah.
Basically, they'll never be.
The good thing is they do have a great late sign-up pick. They should be able to get a good player. So we'll see what they do. I don't see them finishing bottom of the barrel by far. I mean, for as much as they are a one-line team in my eyes right now, like that one line, as soon as it gets going, should stomp a lot of lines in this league. So I'll take the Penguins on this next one and let you. I don't want to talk about my own team, so I'll let you handle the Yotes to prepare. But just looking at the Penguins real quick, I'll give them credit, man. Like you said, you don't see them being sustainable. I didn't see them as a threat from the start. I mean, they took letting off right off the bat. Obviously, he's sick. He's suspended for 2 games. I thought it was fucking hilarious, that whole
Wait, he got suspended?
2 games.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, 2 games. 2 games of suspension. Him and
That's
Venom.
hilarious.
Iggy to Glizzy got him going, and they just went back and forth and both got 2 games.
Bro, my favorite was just Sando being like, hey, bud, I'm in the end, too. Like, you're not a big fucking deal.
The worst decision was me coming in the next morning and being like, sarcastically, like, hey, Phantom, you're a CHL shitter, and then absolutely getting my shit torn through. Came in
Wait,
sarcastic, and yeah, he came in and ripped my fucking shit up.
my Phantom?
Yes.
Bro, Phantom is phenomenal.
Oh, dude, I liked him, and like Hufu told me to take him, and I wanted to take him. And then I posted this morning, I was just like, letting off, I'm on your side, you're elite NHL talent. And then I tagged Phantom, I was like, you are CHL talent, shitter. I was like, still cute, kind of funny, please kiss. And I don't know if he was trolling me back, but he immediately goes, he typed a paragraph and is just like, "You're a CHL talent. I join everyone's party." They're like, "If Glizzy the Goblin can make the NHL, I can make it." He's like, "You give hope to CHL shitters everywhere." I'm like, I didn't fucking need this morning. It was 8 o'clock. I'm at fucking work. I didn't need my whole day ruined.
Oh, fan was definitely fucking with you.
Oh, he was 100%. He said senior week told me I was dog shit. And I was just like, I just fucking play with you.
Fan was like he's like a 17, 18-year-old
Oh,
kid.
dude,
Like,
I didn't take anything he said seriously. I know it was funny and he was fucking around. So, but yeah, no, look at it, like letting off, obviously stud. That Mighty Duck. I mean, I played against him. I mean, he beat us. So it's hard for me to say anything. I thought it was a reach at first. I still don't know enough about him, even playing him. You know, it was one game. It's hard to say. Teal, it was a guy I looked at. He looked really good. GVMB is obviously solid. They made a trade for Teglia, which was sick. Tantalizing is another really great fucking defenseman. They took him like 5 picks before I was about to take him. Epcot, Sugshul. I mean, they had a really good draft. And I thought they caught a lot of unnecessary flack for their draft, and I thought they killed it. You know, I didn't put them as high as like 2, 3, 4, but I thought they were definitely in that middle of the pack that could surprise some teams.
yeah, they're like upper middle of the pack as far as like my prediction goes. I mean, we just have their one loss of the week, which was against Benny, Axel, Chaletinoff, Mighty Duck, Teal, and I think Mac Me Daddy.
Yeah,
Which
fucking Mac, you
both
shrimpy fuck.
and 1, 2, and 3 among their top draft picks, and
Yeah.
we fucking curb stomped them like it was what's that? American History X.
Oh God.
Absolutely curb stomped these motherfuckers.
Yeah, and I played their same lineup and got piss kicked 7-1. And
And
then
it's like, then they have the audacity to come in the fucking main chat and tell us worse shit. Like, you just got curb stomped. Like, go lick your fucking wounds and shut the fuck up and come back week 2.
yeah,
Like, just like you got shit on. Like, just go shut the fuck up.
yep.
Like, don't argue with the dude that just shit on you, which is
Dude,
fan.
Maltese made a comment about them not playing a real team and they beat us and they fucking commented and tagged us. I was like, I didn't even say shit. I told Letnoff, good luck. You guys were fucking, I respected you guys as a team. It was going to be a good game. And they came in talking shit to me. I was like, are you on fucking crack? I was like, let me catch you guys next game. Don't worry. I got something. Fucking seriously. Everybody disrespects me daily in the fucking league. Starting to get my fucking tampon twisted around here.
All right, let's talk about Winnipeg.
Oh, you're just gonna skip my team over like that? It's kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
your team did.
All right, we'll talk about our two teams at the last.
Yeah.
All right,
All right,
Winnipeg,
so
go ahead.
we played Winnipeg, right?
Yep.
And all right, I'm running low on battery here, so
Yeah, we'll run through this quick.
um just good team up and down. We played them. King Natsu absolutely stud in net, stole the game. If it wasn't for Natsu, we would have, Winnipeg would be, they would not be tied for first if it was not. And they have a good team, despite what happened with Bert. And that's what really
Yeah,
kudos to.
yeah, I agree. Not much to really go into depth with Winnipeg. I mean, up and down, solid draft. Not every one of their picks was flashy, but they were guys that, can compete and play well and do a good job. So, I think even losing Burke, I think, Sando and Soup did a really good job there. Not much else to say. They definitely were one of the bigger surprises of how they've persevered in terms of losing that shit.
Yeah, I just plugged my phone in, so we're good now.
You're good.
But
yeah,
dude, I just
I mean,
turned it sideways. I've had it like this for like 2 hours. Bro, I can see you so much better this way.
that's nice. You like my face?
Very cute.
Thank you.
You do a very good job with the beard.
Thanks. If you actually really got in depth here,
Or
like
the
there's a lot of
mustache.
fucking mangled hairs. Oh yeah, I got the porn stash. It doesn't come on the middle. I don't know why.
Bro, I don't touch this shit. I just let it grow because I just want to like see what it does.
Yeah, I haven't actually shaved my. This is fucking so off topic. I haven't shaved my goatee since high school. I mean, I trimmed the shit out of it, but like, yeah.
All right, anyway, all right.
Welcome to the
Back-
IOHL fashion podcast.
Where were we? We were talking about fucking
Winnipeg. I think yeah. I don't think there's much more to talk about Winnipeg. Great job to them. That's all I
I
really
mean,
can say.
Slummy. I will say Slummy in the late round at $2 million. Hell of a fucking pick.
Hey,
Slummy.
same thing with Six.
Slummy's great.
Six was the guy on my team a few seasons back. Great playmaker, really good, really fucking great passer. So
Yep.
good picks on them there.
Yep.
I guess we can jump into. You want to do Edmonton?
Oh, I plugged my phone in, so we're good, by the way.
Yeah.
Edmonton. All right.
I'll lead off with Edmonton. You know, I know Rez. I don't know Beast for Hire. So I don't know much about their management group that well. Taking Lethal Sniper as high as they did was not horrible, but like Lethal's not the same player he used to be. Let's put it that way.
He's good though. I mean, he's good.
He's good.
But
He's good, but he's not first round pick. That's like taking me first overall. It's just not going to work out well for you.
I mean, I would have taken Craftsman first round if I were them.
100%. Craftsman is a stud. The only thing that holds Craftsman back is his avail.
He was GM on Oshawa for me.
Nothing but good things to say about Craftsman. He's a stud.
Yeah, he was the GM on Oshawa, and just absolute, just amazement when I would watch the stream, watch him play. It was like this dude was just sick.
Yeah.
And it's like really, the time I really got to play with him was like the scouting games. It's like even then, it's like this guy is amazing.
Yeah. The biggest thing I'll give to Edmonton is constantly making changes. You know, adding dubs from you guys. They have Gnome 88, kind of an underrated defenseman. He's solid. Nothing too flashy, but he's solid. They have Lefty, who I mean constantly is in the main chat trying to force a trade to the desert. Which I mean, who the fuck wouldn't want to be in the desert? But I mean, you got Trump 45 at right wing.
Not a good move.
Fucking, you know, love-hate relationship with Trump because you know he is deep down and heart a good guy. But if I'm gonna go down the tribe method of politics, you know, go fuck yourself.
And I've been saying it for like 5, 6 seasons. TC Shitty Walk is next on their lineup.
You know, and that's one of those guys that like sometimes he flashes and then the majority of the time you don't see him on the ice. Biggest guy on their roster that I'll give a shout out to is fucking Petrie. All around beautician. Guy doesn't get enough respect because he does have that kind of inconsistency with his play, but Petrie's a nonstop beauty of a personality.
Yeah. Suspect player, but good guy.
Yes. Inconsistent. He's either going to shut you out or he's going to give up 9.
All right, let's go to your Coyotes.
All right, okay. Go ahead, Berg.
Like I said, I mean, in my write-up, up and down, not a crack in the foundation. I mean, other than you. I mean, you fucking suck. And obviously, Moss, he fucking sucks.
I hope everyone realizes I just completely flipped my chair over and endured severe ACL damage at that take.
I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't even looking, and
you'll see it in the review.
I really regret the fact that I wasn't watching.
Oh, you'll see it again. I completely full sended that chair back after that comment.
Really, I have nothing to say about your team. It's solid up and down. There's nothing to say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to suck my own balls on my team, but wow, did I fucking do good?
Yeah.
No, but I mean, to just throw a few shout outs to my guys because I don't want to leave them hanging here. Obviously AG's a stud. Moss, Moss is a guy that takes himself out of the play and realizes like, hey, Moss isn't a horrible player. He's not. Um, he definitely has room to grow, but he takes himself out and says like, just this week there was a game we played. We were supposed to play against Pittsburgh, and we obviously ended up losing. But he was scheduled to play and was like, take me out. He's like, play our better lineup. So, I give him the credit of the fact that he realizes like, hey, I'm not owning just to play, I'm owning to win.
Yeah.
Kenbo, another guy, I talked about Kenbo a little bit already, piece
My
of
bad.
shit.
I need a piss break. I'll be right back.
All right, I'll pause.
I'm literally about to piss my pants.
And we are back from our second piss break. So we do have some juicy news, but we're going to finish off with what we have to finish on. So I just really wanted to quick say, give a shout out to my guys. Ken Ball, like I was saying, great player, great fun in the draft. And to wrap it up, we have a great decor with Senior Wheat, DTG, and Smitty. I got Smitty as our AGM, so we got to move him from right wing back. So we're really happy with that. Obviously, Shemko, I think, was our forward of the week, finished 6-0. Really buzzed. You love Slumko. You had nothing but good things to say about him. So, we got him. We were able to get Moose Balls and our goaltending with Varley and Juju, and we picked up Gizmo and the TC. So yeah, I don't want to suck my own cock too hard. As much as Tribe knows, I love to suck my own dick. We had a good draft. So obviously it's a long season. Playoffs are a big thing, and anything can happen. But I'm happy where we're at.
Yeah, you guys put together a good team.
Yeah. All right. So if you want to lead us off on Canadians, real quick.
So Montreal. Sorry for the cough, guys. I just took a dab. So
Just got COVID.
yeah, total COVID. So we just made that trade with Montreal with Aztec Clutch and Krusty. So that really makes Montreal a dangerous team now. I mean, if you look at the names they already have, Plot Digger he's kind of a sleeper in my opinion. He's one of those people you might look over and forget about, but he's good. Plot Digger's fucking good. And Doused already there, fucking good. Felty Pack. When we made that trade, he said take any of the defense on my team you want in that trade because I said I need one back. I said Felty back. Nope, that's my AGM. I said fuck. So I took Callie.
Yeah, I don't know much about Felty, so I can't really speak on him. Callie's not a bad guy. I like Callie. Yeah, I mean Dallas. You got Dallas. You got Baker, ass kick, clutch. I mean, I give them the credit of making the trades to switch some things up because obviously shit wasn't working for them. So good on them to not stand by and just be fucking bottom of the barrel. Especially after they just got dog walked by us last night.
Yeah.
So yeah, good on them.
For...
Yeah, exactly what you're about to say. Good on them. We'll see how it turns out next week, and we'll see what they do. Toronto. There's not much to say about Toronto. They had a phenomenal draft. I think they didn't perform to where they wanted to, but I don't think that's going to hold them back. They're gonna start fucking clicking, and they're gonna start taking off. I mean, you have Cavi, Jobo, Breezy, Semp, Kapanen. J-Piss is a great goalie. Zane, Goose. I mean, it's again another star-studded team.
Yeah, it's just a matter of when they click it together, when they figure out what's working, what's not working, when they make the trades of who they need to trade, of who they who they need to drop pick up, who they need to put with who. It's a stat fucking team. It really just is. And there's really nothing to even their fucking TCs are good. And
quick shout out, Spinelli, elite player. Should have been first rounder. Same with Tank. Both of them should have been number 1, number 2 picks, but teams missed on them. So good on them for getting them in the TC draft. Elite pickups.
Tank
crap. Quick pause. We got fucking Bergi packing a lipper to finish off the fucking podcast. Quick send for this kid. Let's take a quick gander over here. Good pinch, good pack. What's he gonna do? Which side is he going? We're gonna take a over under on the left or the right side. I'm gonna go left. I'm gonna believe he's gonna go left. That's a nice pinch.
Oh, where's my camera? Is it over here?
Yeah, you're right there. You're good. That's a nice pinch. Oh yeah, left side. We love it. We love it. We love it. Huge dipper Ruski. Oh, Bergie, we're getting on Chell right after this and buzzing.
Oh, dude, hit me up, dude. I'll be on.
We're playing. We're playing. There's no doubt. All right, quickly out because we do have some juicy news to break. Obviously, it's probably going to get broken before the podcast is posted tomorrow, but definitely want to get to it. But next up, Calgary. Another underrated draft. In my opinion, and I had my hesitations about this. They took some definitely iffy picks, but they definitely went the route of high ceiling guys. Like take guys that maybe can blow you out of the water. Scum. I love Scum. Plonk, I don't know much about. Bobby Orr, I scouted. He's a great, PSN NHLer. Not a lot of guys knew about him. Sizzle, I can't say anything bad about Sizzle, even though he likes to fry me, that big fat fuck. Big fucking cankles that guy's got, but he's versatile and he grinds. And I've been on multiple teams with him. He's a beauty. Adwa, another NHL defenseman, actually was on my team this year. For everybody that talks shit about me and says I have bad stats, I actually have better stats than him. But St. Louis was kind of a shit show. So, no, in all respect, Ad was a really great defenseman. That was a great pickup late. Snowy, another guy. He's actually in real life buddies with two of my guys, Niemi and Kembo. So I play with him. He's really good. They had a good draft. Grabbing Detect Stealth later on, adding Killzone. They made great pickups.
Yeah. Definitely a team that's going to move forward in the standings.
Yeah.
Literally their worst player is Heisman.
Yeah.
And that's just matter of fact.
And, quick shout out Heisman, I will forever hate you for the fact that when I AGM'd for AGM for Frost in the CHL, and he decided to listen to Yates and Heisman over me and Tribe, which I don't know what type of methamphetamines you have to be fucking smoking to decide to listen to those two kids over me and Tribe, but Heisman's still a good guy. Chicago boy native. I can't hate on him too much.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
All right, and to finish it off, Ottawa. I know you had some harsh criticisms for Ottawa, so I'll let you finish it off with that.
I'll just go in the write up, bro. Just fucking terrible. What the?
Literally, man, Newfie. I get Newfie. You've had some, and I reached out to Newfie to try to give him some advice on the late signups. I know he doesn't know who to trust in the league when people tell him, because I told him, the top guys to get, and he didn't really believe me. I think Sando reiterated it to him, and he started to realize it. But again, going back to it is hard when you're a new owner and you don't know a lot of guys to what to draft. But Jiffy Jeff, nothing but great things to say about my former first round pick. What a gem of a player Jiffy Jeff is. Where he lacks in talent, he makes up for it in just pure just lovable man.
I've never met the guy.
He's the kind of guy that, when it's late at night and you're cold, you just maybe want to spoon with him because he's just going to whisper sweet nothings in your ear. But
I mean, that's what I'm about.
I mean, looking at their roster, man, it's bad. Brown,
It's
I
real
mean,
bad.
Brown Man Can is not a bad player. Taken definitely too early, but not bad. I mean, Camp, Cricket, and TFA is not bad. Cricket's not bad for Cricket's probably honestly looking at their roster, even being a defenseman compared to forward, he's probably their first line forward, and that's not
I mean,
ideal.
I say this openly now because I have no plans on trading with them in the future
Ever,
for any
ever.
reason. For any reason whatsoever, they have no player I desire at
I
all.
mean, I think they asked me to like, what would you trade? They didn't even make me an offer. They're like, what would you trade for Brown Man Can? And I was like, nothing. There's nothing on my roster I would trade.
Like
And that's not to say,
I was willing to take Kidney.
yeah,
I was
I was
willing,
gonna take
like,
Kidney late in the draft.
like, like that was I'll take him as charity,
Yeah,
and like I don't know, their owner has no sense of the league, no sense of the talent, no sense of really anything. I mean, he turned down. I said it earlier. He turned down my 5-for-1, which was incredible compared to the trade that he accepted that got turned down by the trade council. It was a 5-for-1.
yeah.
He turned it down. I don't know if he looked at it and was like, it must be too good to be true, or like whatever, or like just a lack of competence.
Yeah.
And DVET's concerns before the season, turned out to be correct.
Yeah. I mean,
they are incompetent.
not much else to say besides that. I mean, they have an uphill battle for fucking sure. Hopefully, they listen to some of the advice of like me and Sando, and they make a good pick in this late sign-up draft, and can maybe piece together a lineup, or at worst, flip some of their guys to try to fleece other teams. But I
No,
don't see it happening.
even if they took Hufu, there's no shot.
Yeah.
Hufu couldn't save this team.
Yeah.
Hufu couldn't save this team.
No. I'll quickly touch base on your team, and I'll let you shout your guys out the same way. Your draft, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I thought you guys had a really stacked first part of your draft and kind of faded towards the end. I mean, I mean, even saying that though, like you guys did hit on someone. I mean, you made a great trade to grab Baby Goat in Summer 18. Phantom was a phenomenal pick. Chastain was a guy I really wanted on my team. Callie was a good pickup. Agastopoulos, I'm not super high on, and obviously I'm pretty sure he quit your guys' team. Kodenoff is just a bottom of the barrel fucking pick. I don't know what the fuck you were thinking with that moron on your fucking roster. And like I said,
All
I
right, let me
lost to
defend
him tonight
that
in
pick
club, but
before
fuck
you
that guy.
continue. Defend that pick. Let me defend that pick before you continue.
Do your best. I'll let you take
What
a
was
chance.
happening was I was texting with Falcon at the time about picks, about who was left, about what we needed. And when I checked back, because I'm on my phone doing this, I'm not using a laptop and a phone at the same time. I'm using just my phone when I'm doing this. Keep in mind.
Yeah.
So I'm texting Falcon, and I check back into the Discord, and it says 15 seconds Vancouver Canucks, and I know we need a forward. So I said 1 second to buy myself, a couple seconds of time to look at it, and I'm looking at Cricket versus Kodenoff. Who do you pick, Cricket versus Kodenoff? Do you take the guy that's a D-man that's playing forward, or do you take the guy that plays right wing?
I mean, I'm sorry I made the Cricket there just because I fucking hate Kodenoff, so. But, I mean, if you're talking in terms of thumbs, obviously, yeah, Kodenoff does have the thumbs, but every other
But
aspect of the
I
game,
mean,
he's fucking horrendous.
in the span of you have 10 seconds to make this decision.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you're a fucking idiot for doing that, but I'm not going to let you try to defend this. I mean, you can do your best, but Kodanoff
I
fucking
mean,
sucks, Bergi.
I don't think he sucks. I think with direction, when he's being a team player, he's great. When he's not, he sucks.
Yeah. This is a quick touch on the rest of your roster before we move on. I'll let you do a quick run through if you want to shout any of your guys out. But I mean, you finish off the draft really solid, grabbing Pasternak and Fedosov. Two really good players, in my opinion. Fedosov's an underrated goalie if people don't know him. And then Pasternak, obviously moving him to AGM and getting him to centers, a steal. Probably definitely one of the steals of the draft, in my opinion. You know, I'd put Niemi up there. How late I got him, he's definitely up there for a steal of the draft, along with probably some other guys we talked about. But yeah, Pasternak's definitely probably, in my opinion, probably steal of the draft.
Yeah.
Then you got some good late picks with, you got backs there. That's a good pick late. So. Yeah, I mean, you guys are definitely going to rebound, especially after your trade. So I don't see you guys finishing bottom of the barrel for much of the season.
Yeah, I expect us to move up for sure.
Is there anybody you want to shout on your team, or you just want to move on to the new juicy news?
Really just the goalies and I'd say Chastain. Chastain plays both sides defense, plays them well, and just a versatile player.
Yeah.
Really good, just really good both sides of defense.
Yeah.
And just a weapon you want to have on your team.
Oh, 100%. He was the guy that got shouted out to me by Hufu, and I really had my eyes set on him, so I was pissed when you guys took him because that was a phenomenal pick.
Yeah, he's one of the Erie boys. So yeah, we definitely had our eyes set on him early. Our goalies, Juicy Hodge and Fettis, just playing really well.
Yeah, I'll give Juicy his credit. I mean, we played against him the other night, and he played really fucking well. I mean, he got robbed on a late goal, shitty fucking post goal we scored to win the game, but he played phenomenal the whole game and really gave us a lot of problems. So underrated player there too.
Yeah, and I definitely botched the schedule this week for us, and
yeah, you did, you fucking nerd.
I'll definitely take responsibility for where we are in the standings, and we definitely are a contending team.
Yeah, when you're not being a smooth brain GM, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I definitely underestimated the schedule and all that. So yeah, I take full responsibility for where we are in the standings and how our week went, and I definitely fucked up with matching lines.
Yep, smooth.
So,
you heard it here first. Smooth brain Bergi fucking made some mistakes, but wait for Vancouver to make their comeback because they're going to do it. They did it last year, so.
but yeah, we're what are we, ninth? So we have what, fourth, fifth pick in the draft? Fourth, fifth?
Fucking stupid.
Yeah. So
smooth brain Bergi and fucking limp dick.
I mean,
Maltese
after we lost to Ottawa, me and Falcon had the conversation like, do we just tank? Like, do we just do it? And we were like, no, that's not us to just tank. Like that's not our style to just tank. And we finished the week out. He told me, he said we're not gonna hit 500, and we didn't, and that's shitty. But we'll bounce back. We did last season. What were we?
Probably middle of the pack last season.
Seventh, eighth.
Seventh around that, yeah.
After week one, and who'd we get? Semp. We got Semp in right after that.
Yeah.
And
Keeping on the tradition of fucking Vancouver lucking into top players.
yeah, absolutely, dude. And we will continue to do so until we win the cup again.
All right, let's simmer. Before we finish out, guys, we do want to hit you with some juicy news that we just got forwarded. Colorado, who we believed was folding, just lucked into probably one of the best management groupings you could ask for in the league to recoup a bottom tier team. Pothead, Earthshaker, and AT are now the own. I don't know the order of who's owning and who's GMing and AGMing, but Pothead, Earthshaker, and AT are taking over Colorado. And before I'll let you touch on it, but nothing but fucking great things to say about all three of those guys. I love every single one of them. As Bergi drips spit juice from his lip.
Let me just start with the only negative of the entire situation. Maybe
I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for it.
Pothead is dog shit player. Oh my god, dog shit. Earth and AT.
Studs.
Earth and AT. Top fucking.
Huge ads. The good thing about adding Pod is, you're getting a player that, can damn near mesh with anybody. I'll give him that. You can put him on any line. He's going to give you the same production and really battle. And he's not going to give up. He's not going to be a shithead. He's not going to take a shift off anytime he plays with you. And he's going to, even if you're down like 7-3, he's going to keep fucking fighting to score goals and try and win. So I'll give him this credit there. And not to mention, he's going to handle damn near everything with stats, lineups, availability. He's one of the best owners in the league's history regarding that. So, but yeah, and then you're getting AT, you're getting a top tier center, you're getting a top tier right wing with Earth.
You're getting a full first line.
You're getting a full first line. And they still do. I mean, I don't know who's gonna survive from that team, but I would assume that they're gonna start making some trades rapidly.
Oh, and Earth is a guru.
Yeah, I mean, Earth is gonna bring the best out of subpar players too. Same with AT. AT's has a career of playing with guys that aren't top tier talent and molding them into guys that could pass off as top tier talent.
And like you said before, they're going to bring in Tibby or Hufu, and that's just going to further just.
Not even to mention the straight chemistry aspect. Yeah. I mean, not even to mention the straight chemistry aspect. Even no matter who they bring in, Hufu or Tibbs, every single one of those guys has played with both of them. So they know exactly how to use them, where to use them, who they're going to chem with, who they're going to match up with. So, like, they do it, the amount of knowledge and experience of ownership there, like, you couldn't ask for a better ownership group to take over a failing team. Like, you really couldn't. I can't say anything fucking bad about them, except for Pot and Earth, absolutely fucking frying me for Game 7 last year. They can suck my balls for both of them. By the way, boys, I will be carrying you consistently in Battlefront 2, but yeah, I mean, fucking good on them. I didn't want to see Colorado fold. I didn't want to see another team drop out of the league. I'm glad that those guys stepped up.
I mean, I was thinking about it too while I was driving, and I was like, why would you brought in management teams that are new, that are subject to folding. Why would you split into two conferences?
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah,
but
I mean,
with the emergence of this management group for Colorado,
I mean, they definitely have an uphill battle, but you couldn't ask. If anybody could turn that team around, it's going to be that group of guys.
Yeah, and yeah,
And it fucking pisses me off because now that means I got to play Pothead and Earth, which last time I played Earth in a fucking league game, in a IOHL game, he absolutely fucking embarrassed me because he knows everything I'm going to do on the ice. So I'm going to be aggravating to play against them. Uh, yeah, I mean, it sucks though. I mean, at the same time, they're losing Heber, they're losing Wolfie. Both of them got bans. So you just
I
lost.
didn't even know that.
Yeah, Wolfie's gone too. So
That sucks.
I mean, they're losing some top tier guys, but at the same time, that's a situation where I think bidding comes into play where you want bidding as your late sign up strategy for the future for IOHL because situations like that or situations like Winnipeg where they lose their top tier guy, it's not fair in my opinion to make them suffer where now they have all this cap space and they could use that to bid on guys. And now they're kind of fucked where, yeah, they're still going to get a top tier talent, but, they could definitely luck into 2 or 3 guys if it was a bidding situation.
Yeah.
But, I think before we can't go too much longer because it's about to be damn near 2 hours of our fucking first Degenerate podcast. So, I think, I think this was a good run through Bergs. I think we, for as much content as there was in this in this week for shit to happen. I mean, look for the future, guys. Look forward to this to be about an hour and a half if we do it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna do it every week, but yeah, don't expect this to go as long as it did tonight. I don't even know what we're at. We didn't set a timer. Me and Bergie came in here half fucking wasted and just kind of winged this. So
I drank 10 beers while we're sitting here.
yeah, we're gonna go buzz some NHL. It's 2:20 in the morning for me, a little bit later for Berg. So we're gonna go buzz and probably lose 4 games straight and fucking smoke some weed. No, you can't say
Yep.
that. But yeah, so we're this is it for the Degenerate podcast for week 1. I hope everybody enjoyed it. And if you got your feelings hurt, well, shove a tampon deep up in there because it's gonna get worse as the season goes on.
Yeah, boy.
All right, Bergs.
All right.